was in the office.
In the office? Okay.
Yeah, when I was here by myself, I was counting.
Okay. If I have this here, will that be okay?
Going to start in a couple of minutes. In the meanwhile, we won't be doing incense at the first part of the service, but by the end of the service, we'll have the incense burners going. If you'd like to go ahead and offer your respects to the Buddha by coming forward, bowing, and reciting the Nembutsu, you're certainly welcome to do so. You have a couple of minutes to do that, and then we'll begin by ringing the calling bell. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to this morning's Dharma Family Service. And I also wanted to say good morning to all of our Dharma friends who hopefully are joining us online as they wait to board their plane for Japan this morning. Please put your hands together for a silent meditation and close your eyes. Focus on your breathing. Take a moment to think about the present, the current moment, and breathe in and breathe out. Please join me in Kansho. Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu, Namo Amida Butsu. We will begin today's service by chanting Juseige, which can be found on page 35 in your service book.
Thank you, everyone. Please put your hands together and join me in reciting the Nembutsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Namanda Butsu. Thank you very much.
Please rise for the recitation of the golden chain found on page 90 of the service book. Golden chain. I am a link in Amida's golden chain of love that stretches around the world. I will keep my link bright and strong.
I will be kind and gentle to every living thing and protect all who are weaker than myself. I will think pure and beautiful thoughts, say pure and beautiful words, and do pure and beautiful deeds. May every link in Amita's golden chain of love be bright and strong, and may we all obtain perfect peace.
Namandaps.
Namamidabats.
Namandaps.
Namamidabats.
Namandaps.
Namamidabats. You may be seated.
You may be seated.
Our Dharma message this morning will be given by Certified Minister's Assistant, Mr. Bill Teague.
Thanks, Kimberly and Jaden, for being able to help us have a service today. Lovely job so far. So I'm not sure how many Dharma School students are here today. This is meant to be a talk. We've got Jaden. Anybody else? Come on front. You can sit in the front row or sit on the floor, whatever's comfortable. So I will have a few comments for the adults at the end. But I found something really interesting that I wanted to show to the Dharma School students. So part of my Dharma talk is going to be how mistaken I was about what it really is, okay? But this is something I bought at the end of our last rummage sale. Have you ever seen one of these before? I hadn't. It's kind of confusing because these nice tuning pegs are vaguely reminiscent of the tuning pegs on a shamisen. Yeah.
So they look like paddles that you use when you're
Oh, yeah, they do look like paddles. They may even actually use those. They're really big and they're, but what this is, when I thought, oh, somebody tried to make a pretend balalaika. Some of you know the Russian instrument. It's a folk instrument, but they're triangular. They're a little bit fatter triangle at the bottom, but this is very reminiscent of a balalaika. And then I took a look at what's really here, and this is actually set up as a ukulele. So at first I thought, okay, well it's a balakele, or a ukalaika. And I wanted to go ahead and let you know how pretty it sounds. So that's the standard tuning for ukulele. There's a lot of tunings for ukulele. Does anybody know what words people sometimes sing to this? My dog has fleas. Isn't that good? So that reminded me of an old American folk song called My Dog Has Fleas. It'll be really short, okay? but I wanted to let you hear somebody play this. I really can't play the ukulele, but maybe this will work out. My dog has fleas, my dog has fleas. I scratch my ankles, I scratch my knees. If you ask me nicely and if you ask me please, I might just tell you why my dog has fleas. Okay, thank you very much. So some of you may be asking, what does this have to do with Buddhism? It occurred to me that all of us are accepted by the Buddha as beautiful musical instruments already. And it doesn't matter what you call us. So each of us have parents that are beautiful musical instruments. So in this case, I was thinking of that because, well, maybe one parent was a balalaika and one parent was a ukulele. So that's how it got turned out. Or if your one parent is a tuba and the other parent is a flute, maybe you're a fluba or a toot. So, but we do get to have wonderful parents. And I wanted to mention that because what's next week, next Sunday? Absolutely. So you're a very loving child to remember your mom. And then what's our big end of Dharma school event? It's a picnic, and on what day is it? It's Father's Day. So you have a chance to think about both of your parents in the next 2 months. So what occurs to me is that we're all the beneficiaries of these parents. It turns out usually we have 2 parents each. Some people may have a single parent, which is beautiful too. But going back, that means that there is 1 or 2 people who really appreciate us and want the best for us. And if you go back a generation, there are 4 people who really want the best for us, hoping that we will have a good future. And if you go back a generation, there are 8 people hoping that we'll have a good life. And if you go back, it's 16 or 32 or 64 or 128, 256. So we have good people with math here. 512, 1,024. Before too many generations, over 1,000 people behind us rooting for us. So when you hear someone at this lectern or up at the Onaijin saying that Buddha loves you or Buddha accepts you just as you are, that's part of the reason. You have all those people behind you. So you never have to feel too upset because you've got a lot of support. We all have a lot of support. And that's what this instrument reminded me of. Now, for the adults, you may want to know what this really is. And it was a novelty brought out in the 1960s and 70s when surfing was a craze. And this was a little bit pre-hippie, but it was post-beatnik. So there was a lot of creative people doing crazy things. And a man in San Clemente Beach, which was one of the major hubs of surfing culture in the United States at the time, he liked the ukulele, but he wanted to have one that he could have at the beach. So he designed a really long end so he could stick it in the sand, go surfing, and then come back. His name was Ed Swaggerty, I believe, and he produced several different versions of this ukulele. One had, it was even a little bit longer, and it had a curved, you can curve this from this point top without affecting the strings at all. So it was a little bit higher and it was curved to the right or the left because, I don't know, maybe he wanted to have it at a certain angle when he put it in the sand. Now, it has its own name, which is officially, and he patented this design, it's a kukulele. So that's a funny naming sound. Now, I bet today he probably would think twice about that because in many ways, the ukulele is really important to folks. We have Hawaiians in our Sangha, folks who appreciate ukulele culture, but even among ukulele players, most of them know about this thing as a kind of novelty. But I'm just glad that it fell into my possession so I could think about a little bit about how we all have folks behind us, musical instruments. So if you want to keep the metaphor of the musical instruments, you have a beautiful symphony behind you, beautiful music behind you. So, did I see a question? Somebody had a question? No? Yes? Later is okay too. All right. Well, thank you very much, and advance thanks to Kaytee Sumida, who will be leading a Dharma discussion, and she's going to be looking at different Buddhist holidays. Kotane is coming up. And as most of you know or have realized, although this is the first of May, the first Sunday in May, we're delaying our Shotsuki Hoyo so that Reverend Gibbs can go ahead and be reading the Shotsuki names. And that's going to happen on the 21st, so in 2 weeks. So hope to see you then, and I hope to see you at Mother's Day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bill Teague. That was a very interesting instrument, and you have a lot of hidden talents that we didn't know about. So can we all please rise for the recitation of our pledge? It can be found in the insert in the service book.
Our pledge, breaking out of my shell, I will share a warm smile and speak gentle words, just like the kind Buddha. Not becoming lost in my greed, anger, and ignorance, I shall think and act with an open mind, just like the calm and peaceful Buddha. Not putting myself first, I will share in the joy and sadness of others, just like the compassionate Buddha. Realizing the gift of life I have received, I shall strive to live each day to its fullest, like the Buddha, who tirelessly works to liberate all. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. You may be seated.
So before announcements, so it's the first weekend, the first Sunday in May. So anyone with a birthday in the month of May, if you can please come up, you can bow in front, and then I'll ask you to join us in front so we can sing happy birthday to our Dharma friends. And I'll ask you to say your name and your birthday, so the month and day. You don't have to say the year.
Hello, my name is Cassidy Muraoka, and my birthday is on May 24th.
My name is Andrea, and my birthday was May 3rd.
Hello, I'm Misha. My birthday is on May 25th.
I'm Carolyn. My birthday is May 16th, which is also the birthday of Kenji Sensei.
My name is Hanai, and I'm also the 25th of May.
My name is Shirley, and my birthday is on May 19th, and I'm a year older and catching up to Efton.
I'm Gary. My birthday is May 15th.
Okay, thank you so much. So if we can all sing together happy birthday to our Dharma friends. So 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy friends. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much. So if you would like, we have our gifts set out in front if you'd like to choose something. And we would like to invite, if there's any visitors today, to please stand. If you're comfortable, if you'd like to say your name, please share your name this morning. So if we, hi, welcome, Kelly. Hi, good morning. Hi, Christina. Good morning. So we will be having our adult discussion and the hospitality following the service, so we welcome you all to attend. Thank you so much. So at this time, do we have any announcements?
Hello? Okay. Hello. All right. So if you ordered a Junior YBA t-shirt, we have those t-shirts here today, and you need to pay me. So please give me your money, and thank you. All right. Moving on. My next announcement is our Junior YBA will be serving breakfast next Sunday, May 14th, for Mother's Day. Breakfast is $8 for adults, $5 for children under 7, and of course, breakfast is free for moms. Please see any Junior YBA member for tickets. Thank you.
So, Bill Teague again. I just wanted to go ahead and remind you that most of you have already received Bazaar tickets in the mail. Most of you have already returned them, so that's really good. But it's going to be a really good raffle this year. We are doing a mini silent auction because we have some wonderful special gifts, including 2 nights stay at a Las Vegas resort and things like that. We put some of the higher end items in there, but usually most of the things that we collect, and some of you know that Greg Yonakura and I go ahead and write a bunch of letters to restaurants and other places asking for gift cards and donations. Often those are in the silent auction, but most of those are going to be in the raffle itself this time. And so the first prize is $1,000. The second prize are opening night tickets to Tina the Musical that's playing downtown under the banner of the Broadway show organization. And the third prize is a 2-night stay with a free dinner and some other goodies at Sycuan Resort. So even the first couple of prizes sound pretty good, and there's a lot more nice prizes after that. So you can see any board member or just come down to the office. We have more tickets if you would like. So please, we look forward to seeing you on June 4th to support the annual Japanese Cultural Bazaar, which, as most of you know, is our major fundraiser, and it helps us maintain the buildings here and keep the place clean and safe and keep our doors open. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bill Teague, for being our Dharma leader this morning for our service, preparing the Onaiji and giving the Dharma talk, and leading us today and ringing the Kansho as well. And to Brevin and Ken Muraoka for streaming this morning's service. So then hopefully we have some other visitors enjoying this online as well. And then also to Miss Lorena Covarrubias and family for setting up for our May birthdays today. Please put your hands together and join me for closing meditation. So just practice good, do good for others, without thinking of making yourself known so that you may gain reward. Really bring benefit to others, gaining nothing for yourself. This is a primary requisite for breaking free of attachment to self. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Namo Amida Butsu. Thank you all for joining this morning. The Dharma School students, in just a moment, may oshoko and are excused to their classes. Please walk. Thank you, Miss Kaytee. Okay, please. Oh. Thank you so much, Kaytee. Oh, no. Thank you so much. He likes to be up here.
Yeah. Well, it's a good experience, huh?
That was such an interesting instrument.
Yeah, it's pretty weird.
Are finishing. If the adults would also like to oshoko, if you'd like, and you may proceed to the conference room downstairs for the adult discussion and hospitality. Thank you for joining us this morning. We hope to see you again next week for the Mother's Day breakfast and Sunday service. Thank you.